Alright guys, so welcome back to another video. Now let me give you guys a quick update because today myself and my members who trade options with me made a whole heap of money. Listen, specifically I made almost $4,000 today. Now that trade, I entered into it yesterday just before markets closed, and then I exited that position earlier in the session today. So in this video I'm going to break down that particular trade and show you guys how I'm able to consistently make this type of money through the markets, okay? Now listen, the reason why I'm consistent with my trading and my portfolio continues to grow, right, is because I trade the markets completely different to how everybody else does. That is, I have completely different entry times, okay? I'm using completely different stocks. I'm using completely different technical analysis, right? I'm using completely different exit strategy, completely different hold periods. So you guys are gonna get a ton of value from this video when we do the breakdown. Listen, if you guys want to make thousands on top of what you are already making, join us, okay? Join the members. You guys can do that by clicking the link in this video description. So that next time when I do one of these breakdown videos, you are already participating, making the money, rather than just spectating. All right, nobody likes to just spectate. Okay, you want to get in on the action. There's a link in the video description. So you guys are going to get a heap of value from this video when we do the breakdown. But listen, right now I am hungry, I'm starving, it's time to eat. All right, so I'm going to go grab some dinner, but I'm going to take you guys along with me. All right, let's go. All right guys, so we are now back from dinner and I'm going to take you guys through the breakdown right now of that trade that has made me almost $4,000 today. Okay, so first of all, let me show you guys the trade and when I sent the alerts out to the members, right? So as you guys can see, I bought ChargePoint calls yesterday. That was 15 minutes before the markets closed, okay? 15 minutes before the markets closed yesterday, I bought ChargePoint calls. I also bought DraftKings calls as well, which was also profitable, which also made money today. But I want to take you guys through the ChargePoint trade. So the very next day, 24th of August, you guys can see the alert here, sent 15 minutes after the markets opened. And I closed the ChargePoint calls for a over $3,000 gain today. Okay, it's not just me hitting success, it's the members as well. Okay, so let me show you guys one of our members taking 1,600, making 83% on those ChargePoint calls. Let's talk about the breakdown now, guys. Okay, let's talk about the breakdown and what the charts were telling me. Now before I dive into the charts, let me be real and transparent with you guys. Okay, so yes, I'm going to take you guys through the breakdown, but I'm not going to tell you every single thing that I do when I assess the markets, and that gives me the signal to enter into a trade, okay? Because listen, KFC don't tell you their secret recipe, okay? McDonald's don't tell you the oil that they fry their food in. So there's a certain element to my analysis that nobody on the planet knows. I have not told anybody. I've never seen anybody even talk about this before, which I'm surprised about. Okay, I've never seen anybody talk about this, and I promise you that, guys. All right, let's jump into it. Cool. So this is the ChargePoint chart. In fact, let's go back to how the charts looked like yesterday. Okay, so 22nd of August was, or 23rd of August rather, that was yesterday. That was here. Okay, cool. So this is what the charts look like. Okay. So why did I enter into calls? So first of all, what I want to do is identify the trend here. I want to identify the momentum and the direction of the price action. So we saw the stock make a big run up. Stock was making higher highs and higher lows. Okay, good signal of strong upside momentum. that trend then broke to the downside. Okay, we saw a break in trend over the last few sessions. So we know, given this, the price action is under pressure, but that does not signal, right, automatic puts. And this is where a lot of people go wrong, because they think that the downwards movement is going to then suggest that they should enter into short positions. Okay, now normally I like trading trend continuation, right, when my signals tell me that entry is sensible entry. However, from time to time I will enter into counter trend moves. Okay, but I am very particular with those counter trend moves and of how I execute them. So if I put on the Fibonacci on here, okay, put on the Fibonacci on here. Now, applying the Fibonacci is an art, right? Why is it an art? Because I'm on the 4-hour time frame as well. So because the significance of the Fibonacci only matters, it only matters if you get relevant price action at the designated levels. The Fibonacci means nothing if you get no price action. Okay, so if I draw a fib on here and I get no price action, I am not interested in using it as one indicator or as a signal. Okay, however, I put the fib on here and look what you see. You see fantastic, okay, alignment with our fib levels. In fact, let me change that color just so you guys can see how strong the alignment is. All right, let's change this. I'll put it in orange. Okay, every time, right, we have hit one of our fib levels, what's happened? We have seen price action, the price do something. Okay, especially at this top, right? Okay, went right to that level and touched it to the T. So this tells me that this is a good thing to look at if we want to gauge where price is going to go, okay, and what we should be expecting. Okay, it is doing what I call respecting the fib. Okay, you have this stock respecting the fib, and I like that. That's not all we have to look at though. That's not enough. That's not enough. We want to look at our zones. Okay, our zones. This is a zone of interest. So we just draw this horizontal box and then see, all right, what has the stock been doing across? Okay, well here we've seen a massive rejection. We saw rejection here. We saw rejection here. We saw a massive upside here. So not only do we have this stock respecting the fib, we also have the zone, okay, where we've seen strong price action. All right, so I see this. I see the stock holding this level, okay, and that is when, along with my other signals, right, I decide to go ahead and make entry on calls 15 minutes before markets closed yesterday. Okay, that's when I sent the alert out to the guys. It's right here, yesterday at 8:47 because I'm in the UK. Now, so I loaded up. I put like I don't know how much I put, maybe like 2,000 or something like that, and then we can see what happened next. Okay, so I'm just gonna play this. I'm gonna get rid of the fib so you can see clearly. In fact, let me put the fib back on. So my expectation, right, is that the stock would make a jump up to this level, and there is a gap here. Okay, so I'm talking exit strategy now. There's a gap right here, marked it for you. So this is the path where I'm expecting the stock to go. I'm expecting the stock to travel in this direction, up here, and potentially fill that gap. Well, guess what? That's going to act as my exit level, okay? Because at that level, okay, my conviction in if this continues to rise becomes smaller and smaller and smaller, right? So if I set my my contract date appropriately, just that move alone can yield fantastic results, and it did just that, right? So let me play this out for you guys so you can see what happened next. Okay. All right. So let's do that again on a lower time frame so you can actually see what happened. So then, as you can see today, we were rewarded with a massive jump in the stock price. Now, I closed out pretty much at the top of the market 15 minutes after markets open, sent that alert, and that was how the 3,000 plus dollars was made. I actually made an extra 5,500 yesterday, right, on the same move, which brings the total to 3,500 for this particular stock this week. Okay, so all right, that was the breakdown. Now, just to answer some of you guys frequently asked questions. A lot of you guys might be working a 9 to 5, okay, and you might not think you're able to make money from the market because you're not available. But let me tell you, you are, right? Because I enter into my trades at a specific time, and that time is actually at the end of the day. Normally 20 to 15 minutes before the markets open is when I always enter into my position. So if you are available at that time for that little slot of 10-15 minutes before the markets close, you can get in on the trades. Okay, so I'm not entering into trades and selling after 5 minutes. That's not flexible enough. Okay, I'm always entering in 10-15 minutes. So all of my members, right, have regular jobs, regular 9 to 5s, and then they supplement that with the trading profit that they make from the group. Okay, now let me also show you guys the activity and what trades I've entered and what profits I've made in the last couple of days, because it's all good and well telling you guys one trade that went well, but let me show you guys what's been happening over the last few weeks. Okay, so I already spoke to you guys about that trade and how this week I've made $4,000. Okay, because I made the collective of 3,600 here, made another $500 yesterday. That's 4,000 for the week. Okay, let me scroll up. On the 18th of August, right, a few days ago, took a $1,300 loss on a position. Okay, however, on the 15th of August, right, which was the trade before that, made $1,000. Trade before that was $1,000. That was on the 12th of August. The trade before that was a $2,000 gain. That was also on the 12th of August. The trade before that was on the 9th of August, which was a $4,263 gain. Okay, so that's just taking you back the last few weeks. That's every single trade that I've entered. So if you run the maths and you add up those numbers, I don't know what it is. I think it's like $10,000 that's been made in the last 2 weeks, right? So look, there's a link in this video description, right? You guys get active, right? Get serious about this, start making some money in the markets. To answer another question, why do I do this? And why don't I just trade and don't send signals to the members? Because listen, I'm not a selfish individual. Trading solo can be a lonely existence and can be selfish if you're not sharing the knowledge and helping people. Okay, my existence on this planet has to be of benefit to others, not only myself. Okay, that is how I truly and fully feel fulfilled in this life. Okay, I can't just benefit myself and be happy. I must be making others happy, right? That is a fulfilling existence, by bringing value and happiness, smiles, better lifestyle to other people. That is why I do this. That is why I send these trade signals to the members who are in my group. Okay, so they can have better lifestyles, so they can make additional money, right? So they can live better lives. That is why I do it, because that is very important to me. Okay, so that being said, guys, that is the end of the video. Now, there are going to be some changes, right? I did mention the channel is changing, it's closing, right? Because we're changing the channel. Okay, and I'm probably even going to, no, I definitely will change the name of the channel so it fits what I do more, right? Fits what I do better. So the channel is going to be focused on trading, making trading profits, right? Supplementing your income using the markets, talk about tactics, styles, breakdowns, but also including some lifestyle in there as well, because that way you guys can get to know me better and I can enjoy this better, all right? So you guys can get an insight into how I live my life and what you guys can be doing, right, once you start making additional money, okay? So channel's going to be changing, the name's going to be changing, the format, the style's going to be changing. All right, so hopefully you guys enjoy the new change of the channel. Okay, so that's it.